All right. Let's get started. All right. Let's get started. Thank you, Matti. All right. Welcome to the final highlight of the WDBE, the awards party. There's more room over here on this side, so please take a drink. Take one with you, Ari. All right. So welcome everyone to the awards party. We actually started WDBE Awards last year, so this second year now in a row. And the idea behind it was that we wanted to start kind of celebration of best activities, best solutions, best projects that represent kind of the values of WDBE. So we have different categories, for example, best use of open standards or best project for digital delivery, etc. And last year it was actually quite a success, so we wanted to continue this year. And this year we got good number of applications for 6 different categories. And tonight we will watch 3 runner-ups of each 6 category and announce the winners. And the winners actually will get, of course, a lot of applause and maybe some drinks here, but also free tickets to the next year's WDBE. So, but first, before going to the runner-ups and celebrations, we actually have another keynote speaker tonight coming up. Before that, we can actually go through the categories that will be awarded tonight. So we will have most innovative digital project delivery, best research for digital built environment, most advanced digital twin, most impactful digital act for sustainability, most promising digital solution, and most collaborative use of data. So these categories we will award a bit later. But yes, I mentioned another keynote, so most of you probably already know Matti from Tallinn Day, Tuesday. Yeah, it's been too much. Tuesday in Tallinn, where he moderated the discussion with Miguel and Seb, the VC panel. So it's my pleasure to invite Matti on stage again. We probably continue the interesting discussion that we started at the end of the day today in Clarion, where most of us actually were left quite speechless. So hopefully, after a few drinks, we can maybe continue the discussion with Matti's provocation.
Thank you, Teemu.
All right, so just.
How many hours are you going to sleep?
Quite many.
So thanks a lot to Teemu for inviting me here, first of all. When we started speaking with Teemu about this event, this award show, he actually asked me if I could say something, if my title could be something a bit provocative. I didn't come up with this one then. I had this written down actually after an event I went to during the spring, where I met, I think, 12 startups, where I felt that none of them were actually solving real world big problems. But maybe a quick intro. So as Teemu said, I'm heading KIILTO Ventures. We're one of the few VCs in the Nordics who invest exclusively into livability and sustainability of the built environment. So with a very strong impact focus. And because of the title, I also feel like I need to explain myself a little bit first before I get going. First of all, I have huge respect for anyone building innovations and anyone working in the startup ecosystem, and especially the entrepreneurs. I've been working in the startup field 15 years myself and been building companies across 4 continents and 20 countries. So I know it's really tough job. Second part that I want to highlight, that when I started working in a startup and growth company ecosystem, I landed my first job in Berlin in 2008. One of the first things I did, I bought a sports car. So I shouldn't talk about climate change to anyone. After that, I also work with companies like Rocket Internet and so on, where at the worst year, I took 80 flights within a year. So my footprint was enormous, and I feel very bad about it. And thirdly, up until 2018, my main job in most of my roles has been basically to get people to buy more, which I think everyone hopefully knows here, not a good thing. And a third part, and I think this applies for all of us here, is that obviously we're talking about big problems that we could be solving here today. And that also means that we are all very privileged people. At least I consider myself very privileged. I've gotten free education, free healthcare from Finland, free university, and many of us have chosen the jobs that we do today as well. So we can consider ourselves very privileged. There are bigger problems that many people have. I was planning to ask, do you know what it is? But anyone who joined the latest keynote at the event definitely know that this is the planetary boundaries. That was the 9 categories were actually launched during September for the first time. I personally think it's a fascinating model set up by a Swede, of course, Johan Rockström in 2009 with, I think, 28 different scientists. So there's a lot of thought put into this. And this basically sets the bar where we can be in terms of a planet to keep living, keep having this fantastic environment surroundings that we have. I don't know if anyone else has favorite planetary boundaries yet. I have 2. One is climate change, and just to put things into perspective, where we should be in terms of the carbon in the atmosphere, the concentration of carbon in the atmosphere is 350 parts per million. We're currently at 417. Not good. And before the Industrial Revolution, we were at 270. So we've come a long way. Again, not the good thing. My other favorite one, and scary one at the same time, is the one around land use. Basically, for the planet to survive and the humankind to survive and keep prospering, we should still have 75% of the forests as forests that they were on one day. Currently, we're at 60%, an even more difficult one to come back to. So why I'm starting with all this negativity in the start is that I think we have a full room of people who could do something about this. And what could we do? Let me start with the startup ecosystem. And I'm not only talking about the entrepreneurs, I'm talking about all the innovators, investors particularly, and everyone who works in this ecosystem. Anyone who's ever built a company or built a new product or done any type of innovation knows that what it starts with is a problem, right? You identify a problem that someone has in the market, then you figure out the solution for the problem, and if you're lucky and you've done a good job, someone is willing to pay money for getting that problem to be solved. Fantastic. We have a startup. We have a great new product. We have a great new idea. But the problem that I faced at this event that I went to during the spring was that I got the feeling that people were solving very, very small problems. And when I named the title about the last mile delivery, it doesn't mean that I actually mean the actual last mile delivery. I mean, I have my opinion on it, to be honest. We can talk about it later. But I didn't mean that specific thing. What I meant is that we, us privileged people, we are solving really small things that bother us really little. Some could say first world problems, right? Although I know someone a founder who told me that first world problems are the biggest problems, but I hope he was joking. But anyway, I think this is one of the issues that we're facing in generally in innovation. We are kind of figuring out the little problems and the solutions for those, and then what happens after that when we go and pitch to investors and so on, then we start figuring out, okay, what's our big mission and vision and our values. So we kind of do it upside down. We do it the wrong way around. And often when I speak with founders and people working in the startup ecosystem, I often ask them, what are your own values? Have you set up your own values? How many here have set up values for a company? How many have set up their own values? I mean, literally written them down and presented to someone. There was definitely more hands on the company part, which is the worrying part, right? It's upside down. It's completely wrong. So shouldn't we rather be thinking, okay, what is our mission? What is our values? What are the big global problems we can solve? And then start thinking about the problems within those categories and start solving those. Because all of us here have the capability to do that. And we should get into something like this. We can see great examples lately on impact startups getting fantastic funding. So let's stop solving first world problems and think about the global problems, the values, the mission and vision. And what I forgot to say in the start, by the way, the header doesn't say that, is that this presentation is all about mission, vision, and values. So if you don't believe in that, then you should walk out at this point. I just want to highlight one company. Yes, it's our portfolio company, and this is a shameless advertisement in a way, but it's not because of that. Origin by Ocean, if anyone knows Mari, who's the founder of Origin by Ocean, has seen her talk, I think she's the prime example of someone who set up her own values. What are the global problems I want to solve? What do I want to dedicate my time into? And then figure out the problem within that problem that she's solving. Okay, so we covered the startup ecosystem. How about the built environment? Why is it important for us? I mean, I've seen many different percentages, by the way, for this slide so far in this event. So I just before this event, I changed it to nearly 40%. My figure 37, by the way, if anyone's interested. So obviously the place where we live, our safe harbor, the haven that we're staying on, where we sleep, we grow our kids, we do all the safety stuff. The built environment, our homes, is responsible for almost 40% of the global greenhouse gas emissions. By 2050, that urban population is going to grow to 6.5 billion inhabitants, as we heard from the wiser Matti, Dr. Matti, who spoke before me at the event. Basically, we just stop building if we're going to survive. So we're kind of screwed. But in fact, we need to think about the energy use, our waste management, the building materials, everything around that. And the global problems within the built environment don't stop in a climate change related topic. We have huge air quality issues. We spend 90% of our time indoors, and only 8 out of 10 people know that the indoor air is 5 times as polluted as outdoor air. This is causing a huge amount of health problems, and obviously lots of losses as well in terms of people getting sick, and also losses to companies directly as well. And the list could go on. We've identified lots of different problems. We have a huge circularity problem. We have everybody's saying that the market is conservative, so you can't do anything, and all of these different things. So we can always come up also with excuses. And if we run out of excuses, we have the best one right now. The timing is bad, right? The classic one, that the timing is really bad and there's nothing we can do. And don't get me wrong, I read the news and I think we should all feel very bad for the people who've been made redundant, and there's companies going bust and so on. It is a bad timing. But someone said really well at an event I joined last week with the KIILTO super healthy buildings ecosystem, said that the funny thing with the construction industry is that when timing is bad, when market is bad, no one is able to do innovation because there's no money. When market is great, no one has time to do innovation because there's so much work to do. So it's never a good timing, right? And this presentation couldn't go without these slides. Don't worry, I'll get to the solutions in a sec. Couldn't go without the slides, but who can tell me what's common with these companies here? No, Teemu would wish that, but I don't know. No, Teemu, no? Is Microsoft, anyone from Microsoft? No? All of these companies were founded right before, during, or after a big recession. So economical crisis. My favorite example here, though, is the Walt Disney Company. It was founded in 1923, so after the First World War. And obviously, there was the technological development of movie theaters and so on that supported, and there was big lack of content. So in a way, they were solving a problem. But what was the bigger problem they were solving? They were putting a smile on people's face after World War I. And then after that, there was the New York Stock Exchange crash in 1929. So they kept growing because people needed to put a smile on their face. So in a way, they were solving a global problem because before they found the individual problems that they solved. Okay, I promised we'll get to solutions and get positive now. I think we're all working in a very exciting industry, and I'm new to this industry. I only joined in April in my role, and I come from a software background. I work in construction when I was younger, and I know that in construction work, you often do, and as we say in Finnish, on top of a cigarette carton calculations. So last week, me and my colleague Anton, we sat down and we did that on top of cigarette carton calculations. Don't worry, it's on Excel as well. So if you want to check the numbers afterwards, you can come to me. But here's some on top of the cigarette carton calculations for you. And let me highlight, it is about impact, like we should all be thinking about, but obviously to create impact in the current world order that we all operate on now, it needs to be normally a business as well. If nobody's buying the impact product, we're not creating impact. So let me start with sustainable building materials. And as we heard earlier on, and as we all know, it's not only about the materials, it's everything. It's the digital products around that, it's the construction, is the material streams, raw material streams, everything around that. If cement was a country, have you ever thought of that? If cement was a country, it would be the third biggest carbon emitter in the world, almost the size of China and US. Now imagine if someone could tell you you're working in an industry where you can cut down the emissions by the size of US. That would be pretty exciting, right? And this is what we're dealing with cement, which is obviously a key ingredient of concrete. We have a huge challenge, which also poses a huge opportunity to create impact. In terms of market size, it's $800 billion by 2028. That is the size of the whole software industry almost globally. It's a massive opportunity that we have. No other industry has this. This is flights are nothing compared to this. Then we have the digital and sustainable building processes. Everyone probably knows the maths by now that 70% of the work on construction sites, according to some studies, is inefficient. It's non-productive work. If you can cut that down by 10%, that could be, again, based on our cigarette carton calculations, 800,000. Sorry? Okay. Good. That's 800,000 euros in savings if we can make it 10% more efficient. If we think of construction time, let's say 15 months for average apartment building, that's 1.5 months of the time. Okay, we ran out of space on a Lubiaski to do the impact calculation. Everyone understands less fuel, less energy being used, and therefore less emissions. Third one, healthy living and green maintenance. A study done in the US shows that people who are suffering from indoor air quality issues were taking 35% more days off than the people were not. The word of that for companies, the loss of money, $22 billion per year. And this is direct cost. This is not indirect, and it doesn't consider all the health impact to people. Last but not least, because when you try to speak motivationally, what you want to talk last is gypsum boards, because that is exciting. And we actually have a couple of examples of startups doing this. If we think of a normal one-family house, being built, if you replace the gypsum boards, representing roughly like a little bit more than 6 or 7% of the total embodied carbon of the building, if you replace those with material made from waste, you cut down the total embodied carbon of the building by 4%, which, considering 4% doesn't sound like a lot, but if you think of the emissions of the total built environment, we're talking about the huge number here. Again, it's bigger than flying. And last but not least, the market sized $54 billion by year 2028. So with all of this, I want to leave you with the last thought. I mean, we talked about a lot of details. We talked about the problems that we want to solve. Lots of things around this. Don't worry, just take it. It's okay. But what I'm urging everyone here to do is change the way we think. We're sitting on a gold mine in terms of both revenues and in terms of impact within this industry. And that's why I'm in this industry. I want to create impact. And we have a huge positive opportunity. Yes, it's scary and the planetary boundary so on it looks horrible, but we also have a massive opportunity. But what it requires, from my opinion, is that we need to reverse our thinking. We need to put our mission, our vision, our values first, think about the big global problems, and only then start solving the problems within those verticals. So thanks a lot, Teemu, for having me here, and thanks everyone. I'll be staying around if anyone wants to pitch their startup or criticize me for the numbers. And I hope you have a great evening. Thank you very much.
Super. Thank you, Matti. All right. So feel free to get some more drinks, some food. There's also more room on this side of the space. So please don't everybody just cramp up there in the entrance. All right. So now it's time to start with the awards. Let's go for the first category and 3 runner-ups on the most innovative digital project delivery. All right.
My name is Martin Siljakus and I am COO and co-founder of Visilin. Visilin was created to help construction companies plan, track and visualize their projects digitally. One of our key customers, Mace Group, was looking at achieving better efficiency for their construction work at Heathrow Airport. Mace needs to ensure smooth construction operations while the airport operates and maintains its passenger experience and safety. Challenges have been an intensive manual process leading to poor coordination, limited collaboration with suppliers and inefficient work. By deploying Visilin and ensuring timely input of data, usage of multiple dashboards, the data is now visible for everybody on site in real time. Having accurate and real-time information has provided Mace and its suppliers with the opportunity to have a common understanding and tools to drill it down into details. It has streamlined the collaboration significantly, removed a lot of manual work and resulted in that Mace now uses Visilin as the only planning and tracking tool on Heathrow Airport. Thank you.
When renovating older buildings, we are often dealing with incomplete information. This creates uncertainty that can lead to rework and longer construction times. When renovating Finlandia Hall by Alvar Aalto with modern MEP and triple the amount of electrical systems, we needed to minimize this uncertainty.
We divided the building into blocks, and after each block's deconstruction phase, we laser scanned the block. This data was shared via the Synto Cloud platform for open collaboration, enabling us to compare designs with the reality, identify issues in weekly meetings and solve them within 2 weeks from the scanning. This process continued for 6 months, keeping us on schedule every week.
In the end, we had successfully coordinated MEP systems integrated with 5,000 existing and over 4,000 new structural openings. Throughout the entire process, punctuality was maintained and uninterrupted exchange of latest information ensured effective collaboration. All parties involved could rely on the plans, resulting in a smooth construction delivery.
Hi, I'm Jussi Ketoja and I'm the head of business development here at Imers. Across the industry, we are seeing growing use of BIM and sophisticated planning methods. And that's great, but in the actual construction phase, we are still tracking progress and quality using old methods, checklists, photos, and manual inspection. This makes it impossible to track everything. There are too many moving parts and there is too little time. Costly errors, delays, and waste are almost guaranteed in every project. Our company is enabling the construction team to use 3D scanning on a routine basis to capture the work status, and in minutes all this data is checked automatically against the specifications of the building plans. Everything built correctly gets highlighted and any errors or likely delays are detected and resolved early. I'm very excited to tell you how our work is driving productivity and sustainability here at this event in Helsinki. I hope to see you there.
Most innovative project, digital project delivery, drum roll. Utilizing data capture to improve collaboration in renovation construction, Skanska. Do we have? All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me get your mic. Does it work? Yes.
All right, thank you. And greetings from Finlandia Hall, the marble thing in the center. Yeah, so renovation. Well, just a few words about Finlandia Hall. The plans that we are dealing with are like hand-drawn drawings by Alvar Aalto from the 60s. So renovating a building like that is basically guessing or like, well, guessing basically. So what to do, how to get the most data out for the designers after demolition phase. It's laser scanning. And so that's what we did. Right after demolition phase, we laser scanned the whole building, or first of all, we divided it in blocks and laser scanned it. And the amount of data that the designers get from that is so immense. So the designing gets so easy, and that like prevented us from so many errors and delays.
Good evening on my part too. My name is Ville Reimo from Tieto Finland Oy, and my role in the project was the BIM coordinator. And as Jussi said, there's lots of uncertainty in a renovation building, especially one of this size. Usually the uncertainty is problematic for the schedule and the building phase because all the problems get in your face at the last possible moment when you are trying to install whatever you're trying to install. So we had this iterative process where we scanned the building blocks and we shared the scanned data to all the participants using this SIN2 cloud platform. So the data and the designs in IFC form were available to all the participants all the time. And during the time, the designs were changed if needed, if they were deemed not buildable. we were deconstructing and scanning the next block. So at the end of this whole process, we had the whole building, and we could say that every installation was really buildable. And that's too rare a thing in a renovation project.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you.
And congrats. Picture. And next up is Best Research for Digital Built Environment, and the 3 runner-ups.
The problem we are trying to solve with the Actor project is low productivity, delays and cost overruns, which are also leading to high carbon consumption in construction projects. Only 30% of the work done on construction site is effective and adds value, and there's a lot of material waste and too much energy consumption during construction phase. So what we try to do here is to provide every actor on the construction site a good situational awareness of what's going on and what can be done next. And this should be as automatic as possible, collect information using robots, different types of sensors, connect building information models, and use digital visual management technologies. The overall aim of this project is to increase this 30% of value adding work to 50%, 2 to 3 billion euros more construction being done with the same resources, and 30% smaller carbon emissions by decreasing material waste in construction.
Always takes top priority on construction sites. In this research, we develop a sensor-based safety performance analytic model system to analyze workers' on-site behaviors and facilitate proactive behavior-based safety management. This system focuses on top risky hazards, including faults, struck-by, and location-based static hazards. Our system is built upon a folio architecture. Smartphones are used as Bluetooth signal receiver and data processor to enable various applications of the mobile system. The system actively identifies unsafe behaviors among workers, such as falls or being close proximity to moving objects or hazardous zones. It promptly generates real-time alerts, enabling immediate intervention to prevent unsafe acts. The system also generates safety performance report and provides self-diagnosis function. Tailored recommendations are provided for worker safety performance improvement. In conclusion, the mobile system empowers us to conduct proactive behavior-based safety management, guaranteeing a safer work environment.
Today I'm going to talk about our approach to enhancing the energy performance and how we can improve the indoor microclimate to build it. I will demonstrate a simulation of the energy consumption and how this may depend on changing operation conditions. Our project based on one of the rooms in the business center. This is typical office space with different rooms. 3 simulation models have been developed. Each of them reflects a 24-hour energy cycle. The first model shows the simulation for the space E. The red line on the chart represents the current load on the electrical supply system and green line on the heating system. In the second model, IoT sensors have been installed to control the ventilation system, which has an impact on the heat consumption. The level of the carbon dioxide concentration at which the ventilation system is started to switch on. In the final model, the lighting elements were replaced with energy-efficient ones, and sensors were installed to detect people passing through the room. As a result, the total power load was reduced by 3 times compared with SE's model. In this case, the main objective of minimizing energy consumption was achieved by monitoring 2 technical systems, electrical and ventilation. With energy performance, it's possible to achieve significant energy savings in 2 or 3 times through automatic operation. The main idea is to support the performance of the building during the operation and maintenance. In general, it's hard to reduce the carbon footprint during the life cycle of the building.
All Sorry about the sound quality of some of the submissions. Next time, be better. So the winner for best research is, drumroll, actor, Aalto University. Congrats, Olli.
Thank you. Also, Markku is here. Markku, you can come up here as well. So, is it feasible to increase construction GDP by 2-3 billions every year without increasing resources? Is it feasible to decrease carbon emissions by 30%? We think it absolutely is, and technology is the solution. We have a multidisciplinary group of researchers, VTT, and Aalto University. We have computer scientists, we have construction management researchers, we have great companies, Trimble, Carina4, Connect Corporation, and Flow Technologies developing scheduling systems. And together we are trying to solve this problem. The idea is to put robots in charge of data collection. Today, the robots are not very autonomous. You must have a remote controller and a person walking next to the robot. And there will be 20 or 30 people watching the robot. So it's actually decreasing the productivity quite a bit into today's environment. What we hope is that the robot can operate after the work hours. It accesses all the data available from all the different systems. It plans its routes. It can autonomously collect data from all parts of the process, including laser scans, 360 images, conditions. And then we use big data approaches to analyze that mass of data. So we are developing ontologies, how to make all the data uniform. We are developing simulation models like they use in factories, plant simulation models, where we try to minimize the steps of the workers. That's powered by indoor positioning systems where we know where everybody is at any given time. Then we optimize what should be done by every worker on site. And VTT's task is then to visually show to workers directly what is their next activity. So kind of eliminating a lot of firefighting from the management by giving to AI those things that AI can do in real time by accessing a lot of data. And of course, in research, we are doing proof of concepts, and then we need startups and companies, technology companies who will use those results and actually deliver products and services to construction industries. So if you are interested in our results, I will be leaving actually right after after this, but just send me a note. Send me an email. We'll talk.
Congrats again, and be quick with Olli, so for the time. All right. Next category will be most advanced digital twin. Hopefully the quality is better now.
Studies show that digital twins can help save up to 7.5 gigatons of carbon dioxide by 2030. With Raymond's photorealistic digital twins, you'll get a real-time, video-like representation of your facilities and technical installations. Collaborate with colleagues from anywhere in the world, plan projects and retrofits, take precise measurements directly within the model, and monitor your equipment in real time. By using digital twins, you can reduce the need for in-person visits to your site, leading to more sustainable business practices. Plus, built-in sensor technology allows you to monitor energy consumption in real time and quickly address energy needs. Go green with Raymond.
Through this platform, the eolic parks and its wind turbines operation data can be visualized in several dashboards which are geolocated over 2D and 3D maps. The platform offers the possibility of monitoring in real time the different operating variables of the wind turbines, being able to act remotely, if necessary. In addition, it offers the possibility of managing the life cycle of the entire infrastructure by integrating the performance of inspection and maintenance tasks with drones. The videos generated by the drones are processed and streaming within the platform, being able to detect the different structural defects through the applicability of artificial vision algorithms. Additionally, it offers the possibility to evaluate and estimate the possible repair scenarios in cost and schedule terms. Finally, this platform provides a structural and operational sanity check environment for the whole infrastructure.
Most advanced digital twin. Drum roll. Go green with digital twins from RÖNKKÖ. We do. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you, Timo. Thanks a lot. So I think we've heard it 1,000 times today, but thanks not only for the prize, for thereby acknowledging our solution, but also for this great event, for the organizers, for the tech, for everything. I was here last year, and I'll gladly come again. I guess now I have to, so I don't mind that. Yeah, I'm not going to bore you too long with the technicals about our solution again. I guess I've talked about it today. What I do say, maybe in 2 sentences, especially with digital twins and focusing on existing buildings, the focus should be on making them as easy to generate and update as possible, and to focus on collaboration, data integration. And that's what we like to achieve with our solution. So I'm very thankful for this honor. Also, I'm happy to be here for the 2nd year. Last year, actually, our CEO, so my boss, did the pitch last year. So I'm happy to now tell him that I did a better job than him. That's going to be great. Thank you.
Awesome. Congrats. Thank you. Thanks. Congrats. All right. Couple of more left. Bear with me. Then you can go and drink more. Most collaborative use of data is the next.
Welcome to Metropolia Collaborative Smart Campus. Data from the automation system and multiple sensors is served via collaborative platform on many players such as space management, energy and maintenance systems. The Empathic Building is a light digital twin app which offers access to indoor environment conditions, data and index visualizations such as temperature, carbon dioxide, relative humidity, resources like occupancy and space bookings with indoor navigation. Scan 360-degree spaces, include tags of educational materials and 3D animations such as induction of air handling units. Metropolia's Smart Campus offers a unique collaborative platform for research, development and education in cooperation with companies in the built environment ecosystem.
Challenge. In BIM projects, stakeholders design with different software, which leads to the use of IFC formats and separate consolidation of designs, as well as clash detection cycles. Solution. Utilize Autodesk Construction Cloud, or ACC in short. In our case project, Evidensia's Veterinary Hospital in Helsinki, every designer used Autodesk Revit for modeling and Collaborate Pro for live linking and publishing the models to the cloud. In cloud, project members, not just designers, could observe and comment the up-to-date native and linked models. With Collaborate Pro, architect and structural engineer were also able to model exactly the same model. Impact. Properly used, ACC and its different modules remove the need for double modeling and make the design truly BIM-based. Stakeholders give better attention to others' design, which in turn can lead to fewer classes and more fluent design process. And these, combined with good project management, enhance collaborative working in building design work.
Welcome to the IFC Model Location Checking Service. Checking the location of IFC models takes place as part of the building permit process in the loopapis.fi service directly, or the user can check and correct the location of the IFC model in the web service at if.kunta3d.fi. First, the property where the building is planned is selected. You can enter the ID of the property directly or look it up visually on the map. After this, the planned IFC model is uploaded to the service. The position of the IFC model is checked either visually or by using the position check. If the model is not on the plot, the location of the model can be viewed on the map with the Show Model command. One common error location for Finnish designers is at Helsinki's Katajanoka. In this example case, the model has remained below the surface of the terrain. By hiding the buildings and turning off the map,
But hey, drum roll. The winner is Metropolia. Congratulations.
Jorma.
Okay. Wow, what a week. Yesterday, we reached a quite efficient milestone while reaching the Smart Building certification and gold level accreditation for our Myllypuro Smart Campus. And yay! And we are actually the first university to be awarded with this certification. And now this, so yeah, thank you. I think the biggest thanks to this goes to one of the biggest supporters and also co-funding partners in this, STEC, who is the Center for Promotion of Electronic Technology and Energy Efficiency in Finland. So they have given us big support for this. And obviously, this is the most collaborative use of data, so we have several partners in this. And also on my behalf, big thanks to Jorma Sateri, our head of school and real estate, and Harri Hahkala, our technology manager. You have given big effort on this. Do you want to add something?
And also big thanks to collaborative companies like Platform Trust. Are you somewhere here? No? Okay. There you are. And Haltian, who has made this building information system and so on for us, and so on, Kone, Vaisala, and so on. So very nice companies who are collaborating with us. Very much thanks to them also.
Great. Congrats again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, 2 more to go. Almost there. Next one is most impactful digital act for sustainability.
Soil degradation has been a problem for a long time, but it's only now that we're starting to feel its consequences on the food system and on the environment. So it's vital for us to design soil restoration strategies, but just like when you go to the doctors, you can't really get a good treatment if you don't run diagnostics. I'm Gail, I'm the current CTO, and I'm a soil microbiologist, and together with Camilla, our CEO and geoinformation engineer, and our network of partners, we've designed a way to diagnose the problem. We combine advanced soil microbiology, satellite imaging, and climate simulation to create a soil health model, and through deep learning, we can generate soil restoration strategies for climate resilience. We operate in a large market, and we have a technology that is more efficient, more accurate, and more cost-effective than the current solutions, thanks to our soil sampling kit and our use of deep learning. And we can benefit many different segments, such as government entities, agricultural producers, or agricultural suppliers, and many more. We're currently piloting in Helsinki, Finland, and we would be glad to have you on board to discover the future development of our project. So hopefully we get to hear back from you soon. Thank you!
SmartSite, a pioneer in the digitalization of mass flow data. Major part of emissions at infra construction is caused by transport of soil and rock materials. However, comprehensive information about total consumption of soil and rock is unavailable. Cloud and API-based, cost-effective data management solution SmartSite compiles, demonstrates and reports as built big data. The solution digitally produces missing data about utilization and recycling of soil and other materials needed in infra construction. With the help of SmartSite, both public and private sector actors are able to identify wider utilization opportunities of mass material. We have started this journey together with Seatowise experts and our customers, and warmly welcome you all to join us. Let us smart.
Everyone's driving on road every day, but do you know that each kilometer of highways requires 40,000 tons of materials and produces at least 1,000 kilograms of CO2? At construction stage, materials and design choice has an impact on 60% of the infrastructure cost and 85% of the carbon footprint. So imagine the impact you could have if you could shrink the cost and carbon footprint of every infrastructure by taking the right and most informed decision. Our unique value proposition is to make materials knowledge available and leverage it on a digital platform to reduce the carbon footprint of construction projects. Users can simulate the sustainability impact of multiple scenarios of material sourcing, material choice, or design option for each project. Working with ICOM's pavement team in the UK, we have enabled a reduction of up to 20% on cost and 50% on carbon over the whole life of a project. At Oris, we demonstrate that the equation between sustainability and cost efficiency can be solved.
The winner is Oris. We have Oris here. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. We are really happy to win this prize. First, thank you, Timo. Thank you to the whole team for organizing this event. The WDBE conference it's amazing. I think being all together with like-minded people wanting to make the built environment progress. I think that's really unique in terms of conference. So thanks a lot for the organization. Venue was wonderful as well. So that's amazing. So you've seen in the video, Oris is material intelligence for sustainable infrastructure. Happy to be here also to represent the infrastructure solution and ecosystem. We haven't seen that much in the presentation, but that's a key element. This prize is really important for the team. I think everyone is working to develop a solution to find some customer, to make some action with the customer. But at the end, what everyone wants in the team, it's really to have an impact now. So this prize about impactful act is really important for the team. So I will share this with the team tomorrow. And thanks a lot again for the organization, and yeah, Alain is with me to receive the prize.
Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, and last but definitely not least, most promising digital solution.
Repairs in building societies are not handled in a timely manner and causes unnecessary expenses and poor comfort of living. Problem is caused by the absence of proper tools that can handle the maintenance process efficiently and proactively. We have developed ILTP, a web-based software for managers and board members that makes the maintenance management easier and smarter. It enables you to plan and perform timely repairs, track the technical status of your property, and collaborate with your partners and stakeholders. It also offers you a user-friendly interface that consolidates all the information and functions you need in one place. We believe that our software can have a significant social impact. A late renovation is about 30% more expensive to implement, and even 70% of building societies do not even anticipate pipe renovations. All this means losing hundreds of millions of euros every year. Apartments are our biggest asset class, and we think they deserve better management with foresight. BuilderBot's ILTP is ready to rock. Thank you.
Construction industry is very important to the EU economy. The sector provides 18 million direct jobs and contributes to about 9% of the EU's GDP. It also creates new jobs, drives economic growth, and provides solutions for social, climate, and energy challenges. The next step that needs to be taken is to become more competitive, resource efficient, and sustainable.
We believe that with our product Clearly BIM, based on open standards, we can substantially support this next step. Clearly BIM, BIM-based permit checks, accelerates the whole permit process with a factor of 10, and it gives valuable insights during the planning process on how the building model meets the demands on, for instance, CO2, safety, material use, and other things.
In 2019, we built our first proof of concept online permit checking service for the Ministry of Estonia, fully based on open standards, IFC and BCF. Now, this proof of concept is further developed into the grown-up solution Clearly BIM, and it's already being used in projects in the Netherlands and the Ministry of Finland.
Clearly BIM, future insight. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hey, hey. Well, first of all, thank you for the great organization of this event. I was here last year, enjoyed it tremendously, and I'm very happy to be here this year and take this great prize for future insights in my hands. We are very proud of the progress we have made with Clearly BIM and the projects that we are doing with Rotterdam and with Finland. And we want to thank our clients for their trust and our partner Cloud Permit that we work with on the Finland digital permit checks. for a great cooperation. We've also developed now the Clearly Hub. So you will hear more about that next year because this is just the start.
Maybe just one small addition. Today I heard a discussion about how much will the stuff you guys are doing over here in the Nordics affect, how much effect do we have globally? And I think we've started 4 years ago in Estonia, now we're doing it in Finland. And I see that it's really growing, and worldwide everyone is looking over here. So I think you should be a little bit more proud of yourself about all the stuff you're doing, because it's really, really important what's happening over here. Yeah, really happy to be here, really proud of this award. And thanks to everyone who we've been working with for all the trust and all the confidence. And I'm really looking forward to the next stuff we're going to do together, because there's lots more to be done. Thank you. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And congrats. One more photo. Oh, one more. All right. Thank you. That was it. That was it this year. So congratulations to all the winners. You have to come next year. I want to thank still all the organizers, all the country partners this year, Estonian Ministry of the Climate, Digital Construction Cluster, Blocks Hub, Nordic Edge, the Netherlands Embassy, and of course all the partners, all the speakers, all the participants. So have fun tonight. We will have this space until about 10 o'clock, so an hour and a half still. Have more drinks, have more food, and then hopefully we'll find a place to continue somewhere. All right, thank you.